On the forgotten ridges of the Satpura Hills in central India, far from the crowded tiger reserves, leopards have emerged as a devastating threat to small farming villages hidden deep within the forest. These predators slip silently into settlements at dusk, killing goats, dragging calves from their pens, and even ambushing entire herds of cattle, animals worth more than a family's yearly income. Grain stores are torn open, maize fields left to rot, and children no longer dare walk to school alone for fear of attack. For years, desperate farmers have tried stone walls, guard dogs, torchlit patrols, and even government compensation programs, yet nothing has stopped the nightly terror. What began as scattered raids has grown into a full-scale crisis that now threatens survival itself. How can this escalating problem be solved? Perhaps hunting is the only answer. Stay tuned to discover more. Hunting leopards in the Satpura Hills of central India requires not only skill and accuracy but also deep knowledge of the rugged terrain and the predator's elusive habits. At night, a rifle equipped with thermal or night vision optics becomes the hunter's most important ally, turning darkness into a tactical advantage instead of a barrier. The cover of night conceals human movement, granting a crucial edge, yet it also forces every decision to be made with extreme caution. A .308 Winchester or .375 HNH Magnum is highly recommended, as both calibers have the stopping power to take down a leopard weighing over 150 pounds and capable of lightning-fast strikes. Setting up near livestock enclosures or waterholes favored hunting grounds for leopards greatly improves the chances of success. In these tense moments, silence, patience, and a rifle held steady on a rest or tripod can mean the difference between a clean victory and a dangerous failure. Still, hunting at night demands a careful balance between boldness and restraint. The dense vegetation covering Satpura's hills and valleys hides far more than leopards. It conceals villagers, cattle, and sometimes other hunters, making a misfired shot not only tragic but fatal. Always confirm your target through optics and never fire at mere movement in the shadows. Carrying backup lights, maintaining strict firing angles, and keeping constant communication with a partner or guide are vital safeguards against disaster. Yet the greatest danger often comes after the first shot. Tracking a wounded leopard in pitch-black jungle is one of the most hazardous tasks a hunter can face, as the cat may retreat silently only to circle back and ambush with explosive force. In these situations, patience and discipline outweigh reckless trigger pulls, as one mistake can turn predator into hunter and hunter into prey. Daytime leopard hunting in Satpura introduces a different pace, where observation and strategy replace the cloak of darkness. Golden morning light spills across rocky ridges, exposing more of the predator's natural habitat, though never fully betraying its camouflage. A scoped bolt-action rifle in .308 or .30-06 Springfield offers the perfect combination of accuracy, range, and power for a fast-moving target. Early hours are particularly promising, when leopards return to their dens after a night of raiding, often leaving behind paw prints or drag marks across dusty trails. With binoculars, hunters can scan cliffs, ravines, and ridgelines, searching for signs of movement and predicting where the leopard might rest. By approaching from downwind and moving with great care across uneven ground, hunters avoid detection by the animal's sharp nose, ears, and eyes. Still, pursuing a leopard by day is never easy. Masters of disguise, these cats blend seamlessly into rocky outcrops, shrubs, and tall grass, vanishing from sight even in full sunlight. A single careless step, snapping twig, or whispered word can send them bolting into the jungle long before a rifle is raised. The most reliable strategy is often to wait in ambush at key points, well-worn game trails or watering sites rather than attempting to stalk in open ground. Hours may pass in silence, but the stillness can break in an instant, betrayed by the soft pad of paws on dry earth. In that brief heartbeat between stillness and movement, the hunter's preparation, focus, and patience are put to the ultimate test. One more critical lesson for day hunts is the unpredictable nature of a wounded leopard. Unlike many predators that flee, a leopard often turns aggressive, charging with terrifying speed. In broad daylight, its power and ferocity are even more visible. A 20-yard sprint takes only seconds, giving the hunter almost no time to respond. For this reason, readiness for quick follow-up shots is essential, and carrying a backup firearm or hunting as part of the team significantly increases safety. A skilled guide or spotter provides an extra set of eyes, tracking subtle movements and stepping in if the leopard decides to fight instead of retreat. In those sudden, high-pressure encounters, steady nerves and clear communication can be just as important as a steady trigger finger. When comparing night and day hunts in Satpura, each method has unique rewards and risks. Hunting under the cover of night often means more encounters, since leopards roam closer to villages and waterholes, but poor visibility and the dangers of tracking in darkness make it one of the riskiest pursuits. By contrast, daytime hunting allows clearer vision and better shot placement, yet requires immense patience to spot a leopard and exposes hunters to the heightened risk of daylight charges. Ultimately, the choice between night and day depends on a hunter's experience, equipment, and willingness to embrace danger. So, what do you think? Would you prefer the suspense of a night hunt under the stars, or the thrill of confronting a leopard in broad daylight? Should safety take priority, or is the excitement worth the risk? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more gripping hunting stories, strategies, and debates. Along the Nile River in Egypt, crocodiles have long been a source of fear and destruction for local communities that depend on the waterway for survival. These massive reptiles do not only devastate fish populations that families rely on for food and income, but also frequently attack livestock brought to the riverbanks, and tragically, even claim human lives. Villagers have tried countless solutions, from building barriers and digging side channels to using fire and noise in attempts to drive them away, but none of these efforts have proven effective against the sheer strength and persistence of the crocodiles. The problem has only worsened, with their numbers steadily increasing and attacks growing more frequent, leaving entire communities trapped in a state of constant fear. Traditional defenses have failed, and now this crisis demands a stronger response. Could hunting be the most effective way to protect both lives and livelihoods? Let's explore this urgent question together. Hunting crocodiles along the Nile River in Egypt is not only among the most dangerous pursuits a hunter can undertake, but also one of the most thrilling adventures in the world. These prehistoric giants, with some measuring over 16 feet long and weighing more than 1,000 pounds, stand as apex predators that dominate the river with stealth and raw power. Unlike other predators that roam plains or forests, crocodiles often lie completely motionless beneath the water's surface, exposing only their eyes and nostrils.
Yes!
Yes!
This makes spotting them and lining up a shot incredibly difficult. Their patience, combined with lightning-fast ambushes, makes them a terrifying challenge for both villagers and hunters alike. Choosing the right gun and preparing carefully is not optional, it is absolutely essential, because when the moment finally comes, you may have just one single chance to fire your shot. When it comes to selecting the proper firearm for crocodile hunting, nothing less than a heavy rifle is suitable. Hunters who pursue these armored reptiles often rely on calibers such as the .375 HNH Magnum, the .416 Wrigley, or .458 Winchester Magnum. These powerful rounds deliver massive stopping power and the deep penetration needed to punch through the crocodile's thick, scaly hide and reach vital organs hidden beneath layers of dense muscle and bone.
Good shot. Just wait.
A well-built bolt-action rifle with excellent accuracy and rock-solid reliability is usually the preferred choice, giving hunters the confidence that their first shot will hit exactly where it must. In such a high-stakes hunt, there is absolutely no room for error. Precision and raw power must work together to ensure a clean, ethical harvest that brings the reptile down swiftly.
And again, Clayton.
Well done, Clayton.
Shot placement is the deciding factor when hunting crocodiles. The brain is the smallest but most effective target, positioned just behind the eyes, and striking it results in the fastest and most humane kill. However, this requires flawless precision, steady hands, and nerves of steel, as even a slight miscalculation can cause a non-lethal hit.
Good shot.
The lungs, on the other hand, provide a much larger target and are often chosen when the crocodile is on land or basking near the banks. A lung shot may take longer to kill, but it offers a greater margin for error compared to the tiny brain cavity. Hunters also must be ready for the crocodile's sudden habit of slipping underwater, leaving only a brief, fleeting opportunity for a shot. Patience, controlled breathing, and perfectly timed execution are just as vital as the power of the rifle itself.
And one more time. Oh, fuck, mate, well done. That's huge pressure.
The Nile River environment itself multiplies the challenge and danger of the hunt. Its waters are muddy, filled with thick reeds, and riddled with hidden channels where crocodiles can vanish in the blink of an eye. Many hunters rely on seasoned local guides who have spent their lives reading subtle signs of crocodile presence, whether it's ripples breaking the surface, tracks imprinted along muddy banks, or the faint silhouette of a predator lying in wait.
Slow and steady does it.
Hunting most often takes place at dusk, when crocodiles emerge from the water to bask or stalk prey, offering hunters their best window for a clear shot. Tools such as binoculars, rangefinders, and even thermal or night vision scopes can greatly enhance a hunter's chances, turning a perilous guessing game into a calculated pursuit where skill and preparation lead to success.
Julian?
Above all else, safety is the most critical element when dealing with such formidable creatures. A wounded crocodile can silently slip beneath the surface, only to surge back moments later in a violent charge. Hunters must be ready for the unexpected, keeping their rifles prepared for a quick follow-up shot and never underestimating the cunning of these reptiles. Hunting alone is never advised. Going with companions, or better yet, with an experienced professional guide, significantly increases both safety and chances of success. Respecting the sheer power of crocodiles and the inherent dangers of the Nile is as vital as the shot itself. The line between hunter and prey can blur in an instant, and only preparation, awareness, and caution will keep hunters alive. So, do you have the patience and precision to aim for the brain, or would you take the safer option of targeting the lungs? Share your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this look into one of the world's most perilous hunts, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more epic and thrilling hunting stories from across the globe. Wildlife crises in the southern plains of Kenya are nothing new. A pride of 8 lions repeatedly attacked livestock during the night, leaving cow carcasses strewn in the bushes the next morning. Locals, helpless and angry, sent a distress call to wildlife control. And then a professional hunting team was called in, not for sport, but to deal with a real, invasive threat. Lions had crossed their natural boundaries and invaded human life.
Whoa!
cruiser shuddered as the front wheels rolled over a hard mound of dirt. Ahead was a patch of low, scattered brush, where the largest male lion in the pride had been caught on an infrared camera 2 nights ago, dragging a killed donkey back to his hideout. The headwind was picking up the stench. The hunter lowered the window and quietly raised the barrel of his rifle, the scope vibrating as he adjusted his breathing. Suddenly, a roar sounded off to the left, followed by a yellow silhouette leaping out of the brush. The .375 HNH Magnum went off, but not in the direction he had intended. African nature is characterized by aridity, lacking dense green forests. Instead, there are open lands, sparse trees, and the air is always hot and dry. For hunters, this condition is both an advantage and a challenge. Wide vision helps them easily observe and track prey from a distance, but at the same time makes it more difficult to approach the target due to the lack of hiding places, which pose many dangers.
Reload.
In that context, lions know how to take advantage of low bushes scattered on the grasslands to hide, silently monitor and stalk prey with incredible patience and precision. After walking in the forest for about an hour, a male lion stood before us. At that moment, I knew that it would never have the chance to enter the hunting village again.
Reload.
Very old man. Good job, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Less than an hour later, as the harsh midday sun beat down, the hunters, walking from the indigenous village into the forest, spotted a lioness hidden behind a low clump of trees. Returning to their vehicle, they loaded their rifles and headed towards the lion. A seasoned hunter with extensive experience in hunting wild animals was tasked with taking down the target. He placed his gun on a rack, 50 meters from the lion, and surrounded by trees and grass that limited visibility. Yet, the hunter took down a huge lion with just one shot.
Very well done.
But the trouble was only just beginning. When a lioness discovered her brethren had been killed, she did not run away but charged madly. Before the support force could react, she had jumped over the logistics truck. A sniper shot from the vehicle's turret missed, only tearing its shoulder. The chase began. vehicle turned around as if it was being chased by a ghost, accelerating in the direction the beast was charging. The encroachment had pushed the lions into a dead end, forcing them to stop avoiding and actively attack humans. They were no longer proud big cats, but ghosts in the village.
Shoot again.
Beschaf.
Wait, finish.
The sunset dyed the acacia trees red as the hunting party set up camp within the electric fence. The distant roar was not unusual in Africa, but this time it was closer than expected. A male lion was wandering close to the campsite, drawn by the lights and scent of humans. Instead of running away, one of the team members ventured out with a headlamp and gun. Catching the lion's eye in the pale yellow light, he pulled the trigger. A streak of fire appeared. The lion fell to its knees, writhed, and lay still. They had to act before they were attacked again. Do you think this is an effective way to control the king of the jungle? Leave your comments, and if you have any questions or have more effective lion control methods, please leave them in the comment section so we can learn more. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support us. Early the next morning, a report from a village 5 kilometers away said that a skinny lion was wandering around a cattle ranch. Without hesitation, the hunting party split into 2 groups. In a sheltered spot where a wildebeest had been killed the day before, they set a trap for an old goat, a live bait. After 30 tense minutes, heavy footsteps clattered on gravel. The lion appeared. It smelled the bait, and then, the trap sprang. The steel clamp snapped shut on its hind legs. A shot from behind quickly ended the invader's life. The border between Savo Park and the agricultural area was marked red on maps after a series of lion attacks on livestock. A goat farmer once witnessed a lion attack a herd of goats. He was so frightened that he had to hunt the animals immediately, leaving the pasture bare under the blazing sun. A professional hunting team was sent out early in the morning, armed with large rifles and all-terrain vehicles. They followed the clear footprints on the dry land, sticking close to the bushes where the lions often lie. The sun shone directly into the barrel of the gun as the oldest gunman raised his rifle and aimed at a bush that had just moved. The chase began, in broad daylight, in a land where lions and humans were fighting for every inch. The already harsh lives of African farmers are made even more stressful by the unpredictable intrusions of these predators. Each hunt is not only an act of protection, but also a warning message about the increasingly fragile boundaries between wild nature and human territory. Lions are symbols of the African wild, creatures that need to be protected within their natural range. But when they cross the boundary, attack people, and destroy livestock, they are no longer the rulers of the grasslands, they are real threats. Hunts like these are not about showing off, but about restoring order, preserving life for both worlds, human and natural. And every gunshot in the bush is a bell for the difficult future of coexistence between humans and wild animals. As winter blankets the forests of Idaho, something more than just snowfall stirs beneath the trees, the state's lynx hunting season begins. This isn't a random tradition, but a calculated response to a rising threat. During the colder months, lynxes grow bolder, venturing closer to farms in search of food, and leaving behind a trail of torn fences and missing livestock. Across the US, the damage from these attacks has become a serious concern for ranchers, with thousands of dollars lost each year to this elusive predator. But here's the real question. How do hunters in Idaho confront an animal so stealthy, so powerful, and so perfectly adapted to the wild? What method could possibly work against such a ghost of the forest? Let's dive in and discover the answer, right after this. In the cold grip of Idaho's winter, a unique hunting challenge emerges: rifle hunting bobcats. This elusive predator becomes most active and trackable during the state's designated season, which runs from December 1st to February 15th. Snow transforms the rugged landscape into a readable map, revealing fresh paw prints and movement patterns.
God dang it. That was where I wanted to do. I've seen it. God dang it.
Cow. Yep, too low.
Well, 20 yards. Could you imagine how teed off you would have been?
Yeah.
For rifle hunters, this seasonal window is more than just legal, it's tactical. The cold sharpens senses, both of the hunter and the hunted, setting the stage for a high-stakes pursuit where patience and precision reign.
It, and man, it was close.
What a blessing to be able to take this cat this morning.
There's the bobcat right there, if y'all can see it. Hard to see. Grab him.
Success in bobcat hunting depends heavily on choosing the right terrain. Idaho's vast wilderness ranges from dense conifer forests in the Panhandle to high, brushy ridges in the Salmon and Clearwater regions. Each zone offers different challenges for rifle users.
Yes. Oh, baby. Man, big male, I'll bet. Look at this! Oh my gosh! Anywhere in the United States, I've killed some big Colorado cats. She.
Yeah. Kind of behind a tree.
The clouds were coming in.
In southwestern Idaho, open foothills and sagebrush flats create perfect sightlines for long shots, while wooded slopes in the central mountains demand stealth and careful positioning. No matter the region, hunters look for natural corridors, rivers, rocky draws, or game trails, where bobcats are most likely to travel and hunt.
Good girl, Rhonda. It's a beautiful.
Equipped with a rifle and a predator coal, the hunter must then master the art of patience. Bobcats are curious but cautious, often responding to the sounds of a distressed rabbit or rodent.
First one, first bucket truck. Put it in retirement, take deer hunting.
Setting up quietly before dawn or just before dusk gives hunters the best chance, as these cats prefer to move under cover of low light. In areas with wide visibility, binoculars become essential for scanning distant ridgelines and creek beds. When a target finally appears, it often offers only a brief window. A slow breath, a steady aim, and a decisive shot can make all the difference.
Really kill him?
Kill him, kill him.
Like, it's epic. We caught another big old bobcat out. We're gonna knot it up good. It's like they caught in a trap before or something.
Dang, that's what I was afraid of. Her wind is swirling and kind of. Hey, Jeff, right out here in front of us.
Need to kill him right there.
That sucker right there snuck in on us, didn't he? Oh, man.
Thank you, Jeff.
What do you think is the best bobcat sound ever recorded?
But even with good strategy, Idaho's terrain doesn't make it easy. Steep hills, heavy snowfall, and remote access points turn every hunt into a physical test. Bobcats, despite their size, seem to vanish into the landscape with ease.
We're with Mike and
Choked up, growed over evergreen patch.
I got this spot that's just solid cedars and
And navigating state regulations is no small task either. Hunters must purchase a fur bearer tag, follow unit-specific rules, and check in each harvested pelt within 10 days. The reward is there for those who prepare, but it's earned, not paid.
You up to bat, cuz? Yeah, squeeze it off.
At all. He said it snuck in. He's sitting looking at the call, looking at the decoy.
I got lip squeaks playing.
For missing the second coyote, and the bobcat was still there.
Rifles offer distinct advantages in this pursuit. Their range allows hunters to cover ground visually rather than physically, engaging targets across open draws or elevated ridges.
Some woodpecker here. I think he piled up right there at the base of that tree right there, David. It's a bobcat, David. If I was going to bring my shotgun down here, in case I need to. I'm pretty sure it's down. Couldn't hold it.
When paired with the right caliber, such as a .223 Remington or .22-250, a rifle provides both accuracy and minimal pelt damage, critical for hunters looking to sell the fur. Clean, ethical kills are more achievable with a steady shot from a distance, making rifles an effective and respected choice for Idaho's bobcat hunters.
and get the old 22 mag out and get a bobcat on the ground. So, oh, dude, he's really
Still, no tool is without limits. In tight brush or forest thickets, a rifle's slower handling and need for a clear line of sight can work against the hunter. A fast-moving bobcat may appear and vanish before a scope is even aligned. And if the shot placement is off, the damage to the pelt can reduce its value significantly.
I really thought that coyote was too far. I think, you know, it worked out great for the camera because $20. A little bit. That was awesome, man.
For this reason, some hunters opt for shotguns in close cover or supplement their rifle hunts with traps in difficult terrain. The key lies in knowing when and where the rifle shines, and adapting when it doesn't. What's your opinion on this hunting approach? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated.
Switch to a sound juju.